Yeah, hey. I know game when I see it, I know game. I know game. I know game when I see it, I know game. I know game. I know game when I see it, I know game. I know game. I know game when I see it, I know game. I know game. I know game when I see it, I know game. I know game. I know game when I see it, I know game. I know game. I know game when I see it, I know game. I know game. I know game when I see it, I know game. I know game when I see it. Yeah. I know game when I see it. Yeah. I know game when I see it. Yeah, I know game when I see it. Yeah, I know game. I know game when I see it. I know game. I know game. I know game when I see it. I know game. I know game. I know game when I see it. Yeah. You ready for it?
Hi, my name is Emmanuel Boone. I am Emmanuel's mother. Emmanuel was a very, very good athlete. He loved football, he loved basketball, he loved baseball, but his passion was football. 25 years ago, he started his own football team. After going to Fayetteville State, leaving Fayetteville State, he went into the Navy, and from the Navy, he was a correction officer at Jared Correction Center. After that, he determined, he said, okay, now's the time for me to go head on and do my own thing. And he started his own football team, which was the Garrisburg Bulldawgs. Later on, he decided to call it just the Bulldogs.
How you doing? My name is Boone. I'm Emmanuel's younger brother. In the process right now, I'm trying to fulfill his dream of keeping his legacy rolling. My brother's dream was to take over my grandmother's dream as a youth coach, no matter with basketball, football, soccer, whatever. Anything that he desired, that he felt like he could help kids, that's what he wanted to do. It's a constant struggle, as people don't understand. My brother's dream was to help little kids to make it to what their heart desired, where they wanted to be. Where we know he has quite a few that actually made it to the NFL level. You know, thing about that is that's a good note. That's great for my brother.
My name is Tony Squire, and my family was raised here. My mother's side of the family, but I was born in Richmond, Virginia, and I'm the president of Squire's Boys Basketball Education Foundation and the founder of Richmond, Virginia's first boys AAU basketball program, and we're celebrating this year our 30th year anniversary. I've been coming down here now for probably about 12 years or more now, working with the kids. You know, I first got a call from my cousin, you know, who had a son, and then he introduced me to T. Moody, who also had a son. And that's how it basically all started, when I started coming down here trying to work with some of the kids and help them get involved with different things. And then also, next T. Moody introduced me to Boone. I just call him Boone, Emmanuel. And that's what started the relationship years ago. I know he was doing some things with some kids. He brought a few of the kids that was participating in his program up to participate in ours. And that basically started it. But over the last years, that's when we really got tight. When Boone started slowing down a little bit, and that's when we really got tight. He started bringing kids up. I started coming down, whatever kind of support I could give for his football program, because he was a prime example and a definition of a guy that gave everything. He did so much. Then I remember a couple times, you know, here he was getting a disability check, and he would neglect some personal things for him to make sure he could use some of that money to help with the kids, because we all know that it's hard scrabble, and he always tried to find a way. He was another example of no kid left behind. And I remember the time Boone and them, they would have to practice at this field. The field didn't have lights, so Boone would get everybody to pull up to the field with to turn the high beams on, and he would practice out in that, and still was successful, still won. I don't know how many kids he has touched.
Yeah, man, my name is T. Moody. So like a little a legend on this court here. You can say they're coming up. Yeah, man, we had a lot of good games out here in this school right here, man. And me and Emmanuel Boone, we were together. You know what I'm saying? We had a lot of awards. We were together on the same team. Sometimes we was playing against each other. It was always a battle with Emmanuel, man. I think it was maybe like, had to been like early 80s, or like somewhere like the mid 80s when he moved down here. I think he moved down here from New York. That's when I first met him. And from there, you know what I'm saying, just seeing him around, we got pretty cool. And as we got older, you know what I'm saying, we both loved the game of basketball. We kind of got a relationship bonded, you know what I'm saying? We used to go out to the club and stuff. But, you know, man, he was a great guy, man, and come to helping these kids, that's what I commend him on. Because even when he got sick, he made it his business to do what he had to do for these kids. Man. Sometimes he would call me to come help him with a little workout, you know, like that. You know, it wouldn't be a problem, I'll come down and help him. You know, he really had that passion. He really had that passion. Help him hard. You learn to help kids. You know, same as me. You learn to help these kids, you know, develop. You know, I'm not really like with the X and O thing right now, but as far as training the kids, you know, helping with their strict, you know, if they weaken something, I try to like strengthen them up with their weaknesses, you know, their skills. That's why I come in. Right. And, you know, there's just so much I can say about him, man. Great guy, man. You know, we got real tight, sort of like brothers.
I'm Mike Booker Jr., better known as McGrew Booker II. Coach Booker. I coach Roanoke Valley Track Club. I'm the head of Roanoke Valley Track Club, along with me and a good friend of mine, Johnny Cruz. Emmanuel Boone, special guy, man. Special guy. Matter of fact, he was the one that used to get guys and bring them to the track club when he had his football program. He would bring them to our track club so they can get faster. So our job was to make his football player faster. I'm also one of his rivals when it comes to playing football. I coached at Kilt Pride. I coached their midget team. I was the head coach there, and me and Boone used to play against each other. And when Kilt won the championship, we beat up. Me and Boone were coaching rivals, as well as good friends, because we worked together in the Department of Corrections. I was a doorman, I was a correction officer, I was in building 6 as the doorman, and he was building 5 as the doorman, so we standing outdoors patting guys down, making sure they don't have any knives and weapons every day, and we talk about sports. He used to be a star, and we just had a good time. But when we got to playing and having our different teams, you know, when we got old, he already had a football team, I already had a track program, he already had a football program. And when we got to putting this together is when I started coaching. He realized I could coach, and I realized he could coach, and we became rivals. And he said, man, one day we need to get together. Well, Boone already had some championship. Boone already had brought kids on. You know, I got to coaching with Boone, and that was one of the most beautiful times I had coaching in a long time. Just coaching with him, because he had so much knowledge, a wealth of knowledge. It's not every day you get with a coach and that coach know what you know or more than what you know. And he happened to be that guy with a wealth of knowledge. Championship game, I always talk about the championship game when I give speeches at different places. Because that was the last time I got to coach with Boone. That was the last time I got to see him, and the last time I got to coach with him, because that next week, you know, he left this earth. But it was so special, it was so surreal, because he told me, he said, man, if you come over here and coach with me, he said, and if you bring what you know and what I already know, man, we can dominate. And you know, when you got a person like that, most time you thinking, oh, man, this man trying to take over, man. Nah, I ain't going over there. But when I got there, man, and being with him and coaching with him, and just understanding the love that he had for the kids with the same love I already had for the kids, it was just so surreal, man. It was just so surreal. Boone As a coach, Boone would pick kids up. Boone would take kids home. And we were coaching for free. We weren't getting paid to coach these kids, man.
Yeah.
So he picking kids up with his own gas money. He taking kids home with his own gas money. And when you pull up in there, Boone had a little raggedy car. And when he pull up in the yard, people got Mercedes-Benzes. They got these Jaguars, Range Rovers. These parents got good cars, stay in great neighborhood. Boone it wasn't like that for Boone, man. He had a little raggedy car. So he picking up kids and doing all this for kids whose parents already had money. But he didn't care, man, because it wasn't about his parents. It wasn't about those parents, rather. It was about the kids. That's all he cared about was those kids, man. His heart was bigger than gold. When I say you never met a guy who loved kids like he loved kids, you never met a guy that loved kids like Boone loved kids, man.
All down through these. I'm at the house now. We trying to do a little something else for the kids, for the family. That's my big man there. She was litter right there. Get up, man. Get up, man. My brother raised his dog right here. That's why I got to get up here, man. So clean off the grave site. On the land, man. Bought that dog for my brother so he can kind of like sell puppies and help his little league team out once he sold the puppies, buy equipment, man. You know, it was a struggle, man. But bro made it, bro did it. Think about the countless guys that played under him that made the pro level. We had a youngster just got drafted a couple nights ago. Keon, hands up to Keon, way to do it, son. You got Nazir Jones with Seattle. You got Kentwan Bama was the first model welder. You know what I'm saying? Kareem Martin was the old guy that he pushed and made it to the league. You know, just knowing that how touching that my brother was to kids, man. All kids. You know, he didn't discriminate for nobody's child. If he saw something in them, man, which that was every child, he always tried to coach them and push them along there, show them the do's and the don'ts.
North Carolina. It all started, I met Emmanuel Boone when I was 7 years old. Started playing basketball, he seen the kid, he seen with great potential. And I was a lost kid growing up in Weldon Project, didn't understand a lot of things. I always prayed to the Lord looking for a great guy to come a part of my life and show me my way. He sent me Emmanuel Boone, he taught me about sports, he taught me different things about life. When I was young, my mama never understand, he used to keep me out late. She always used to say, she always used to argue like, why you got him out so late? And you say, Miss McGee, just calm down. I'm just making him be great. One day you're gonna thank me for having him out so late playing sports.
Yeah, man, because Manuel was a good guy, man. Good coach, father, friend. Hanging with because he was just laughing, keep me out there on the football field, basketball court. Love all the children out here in the world. Just that guy, man. We should chill here. Till another day, we'll meet again.
King LA, man. Checking in. Reporting live from the 2-5, man. Gotta touch on Manuel.
The first shot at trying to punch it in the end zone from the 10-yard line.
Came a lot of young brothers out the street, man. You know what I mean? Young, yeah, high. You know what I mean? He had the Garrisburg Bulldawgs, had the boys playing for him, man. Like, he touched a lot of people. I'm sure everybody can relate. A lot of people got a lot of stories for him.
It was just a long process, you know, it was a lot of picking up kids, dropping off kids. It was, he had his car, he would ask me, he would get somebody else. It was just like years and years behind it. Now,
even though it was all a good outcome, at times for us, you know, it was sometimes it would be an inconvenience because you just got home from work, you're tired, and he's like, well, I need you to pick some kids up for me and bring them to the game or bring them to practice, and, you know, then you got to sit out there with them and bring them kids back, you know, but overall, it was the joy of the kids having a good time, and, you know, a lot of kids would have been in different places in life, you know what I'm saying, if they didn't choose to do something other than, you know, whatever it was. But they played football, and a lot of kids end up playing for Manuel.
And other people started like, well, I want my son to play for Bulldawgs. You know, Manuel's a great inspirer. He can motivate you. You know, so he ended up starting his own little team, and then Garrisburg. They hung out in Garrisburg for a few years. Then he started practicing down here at the river where we're about to go. I know he was down at the river probably like anywhere from 10 to 15 years out of 25 years, 28 years that he was coaching.
That's deep.
Not only that, you know, all this coaching stuff came from my grandmother. Gotta give her hats out, my grandmother Lulu Copeland. She just passed a few months ago. You know, she instilled all that stuff in all of us, but just my brother was the one that picked up on it and carried it on.
Okay, my name is Coach Bell. I'm the boys basketball coach at GCP. I just have a few comments on Emmanuel Boone. Emmanuel Boone was a good friend of mine. He was an excellent coach. He loved the kids from Halifax County and Northampton County. He did a lot. I remember back in 1997, 1998, I gave Boone his coaching job. I had the Bells basketball league, and Boone, he coached King Foreign Bomber and his brother when they was in the 6th grade. Boone, gonna be missed. I miss Coach Boone. He loved to win. He loved to help kids.
What's up, man? My brother brought the team here to start practicing here probably anywhere from 10 to 15 years ago. But you also know this is the high school first field here back in the day. And the school Ralph J. Bunch was open. Anyway, we come out here, man, and this is where the youth get a chance to go all out. Parents be sitting there, you know, parents sitting there, on the Bulldog Nation life right out here. Make it worth your while. I can
love you. Carolina's pressure. You ready for it? Oh, it's gon' hit up when you play ball in the NFL. Out that top so they can see me, they can see me. She dripping water, stable,
all that good. Whatever I can do.
Hit up when you see me, Top that top so they can see me, She dripping water, Fiji. I guess they had to see me to believe me.
This is my brother Hard right here. This is what he's been waiting for. Keon Cross.
Yep, he's a patriot. Man, I just want to say, man, it all started with Emmanuel Boone, man. I started with the Bulldawgs, man, and he pretty much guided me. And he taught me how to play football. He taught me how to become a young man and an even better person. And you know, I just thank him for everything that he has done for me. And you know, that's a big reason why I'm playing football right now. And that's kind of like my purpose of why I play football. So I tell you right now, man, go Bulldawgs, Bulldawgs Nation. And rest in peace, man. I love you. Definitely. Love.
Top down when they see me. Diamonds dancing this pendant. 42 got me lit. I can't wait until you see me. Oh, it's gon' hit up when you see me. Drop that top so they can see me. She dripping water, Fiji. Hey, I guess they had to see me to believe me.
Emmanuel was really in the area season. The one got me into travel basketball, so he really was just there for me. And, make sure I got to every practice, every game. Always make sure I was working on my game.
And he was really one of the first ones who tried to push me towards athletes, push me towards sports as my career. So, man, kudos to him. I can't say thank you enough. We miss you. So sad what happened. His legacy lives on. All the kids that he touched, all the lives that he touched.
Coach Bell, Gary Bell Jr. that is, with Bell's basketball. Had an opportunity to work with Emmanuel for years. He really brought some liveliness to our organization, brought a competitive nature that was really needed in the area. Was always looking at the next generation, looking at how he can influence, impact, inspire the next generation. And for that, Emmanuel Boone, much kudos to you. Wish you were still here with us. We miss the things that you were doing for our community. The children miss you, your impact, your ability to influence and inspire the next generation goes without saying. You're top flight, we're gonna miss you, and your void will never be filled. So we have a lot of responsibility left in the community to try to fill that void. Even though it's unfillable, we're gonna try to do our best.
My grandmother and my brother started a little league right here. Right here. That used to be the softball field where the men played ball at. This is where Manuel and my grandmother all started. Parking lot, there's no big spot here with a parking lot. Got to keep the kids from messing around over at the school because they want to run up and down school. This little spot right here is where it all started. 2 teams.
2 teams, what age group?
From 7 to 9. Then the other team was from 10 to 12.
Good God.
Cousin Barry Smith stayed right there, a couple of houses down. Barry was assistant coach for many, many years, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I can't leave him out. Never that.
He was always real. He was always stuff going on over there with the kids in there. He would go to these kids' house and pick them up at their house. I mean, 5, 6 kids loaded in his car and drive them across where they to practice, whatever it took, he would do for the kids.
Yeah.
And I seen it with my house. And I coached in the major football league programs for Halifax Major Football League. I coached there for 4 years. Booker coached in there, and Emmanuel Boone coached Garysburg. That was his team. Was at Wake Tech. And Wake Tech, they play Cape Fear every year in junior college. And J.J. Miles was one of the kids that Emmanuel promoted. I mean, he was one of his prominent kids, like
really?
Yeah, J.J. Miles.
I didn't know that.
He's at Cape Fear College now. Down in Wilmington. And he was really good. See, that's a little coordinator. At the time, he wasn't really coming around like I thought he would. By the time I seen him the next time, he was D1 material.
That's great.
Cincinnati was looking at him. Cincinnati offered.
You know who it was? I know it. This young man right here, this Victor, he gonna make a movie on Manuel.
Oh.
So now guess what? You sitting here now, you in the movie. This is the oldest uncle, William Arthur.
Yeah.
When I say family, this is where it all originates from. My grandparents, Uncle Joe, baby, Uncle Bruce, Cousin Jonathan, Uncle Richard. Most of all, that Bulldawg Nation, that's my brother Manuel, that's what he buried up there. This is a little small part of where the family get together, man, at the end of the road. But we'll see them again someday, though. Someday.
I played for Jeb Stewart Raiders, and my dad taught me every morning he would get up with me and we would go to the court every morning at 6 o'clock. He just teach me everything. And since then, I just been doing it on my own. Trying to keep my hustle up, trying to keep playing basketball, and, you know, trying to make the legacy continue.
I'm Jabari, from Georgia. I'm the oldest son, 23. A lot of things talked to Dad about. He just told me just to continue to just be successful, whatever I'm doing, such as music, which I love to do. He just told me to never look back, look forward. He taught me a lot of things. The last conversation we had was about me just pursuing what I love to do and not worrying about what other people think. And just not tell somebody at my next move. Like I said, I love you, Dad.
Hi, my name is Emmanuel Boone. I'm 28 years old. I'm from Chapel Hill. I'm the oldest of the bunch. My dad had a whole bunch of kids, so it was important for him, for us all to get together and meet each other. And I think, with him passing and stuff like that, we all got together and it's kind of remaining, close. So we're building the bond that he always wanted. He taught me a lot of things too, from going to Garrisburg to the park, and I'm telling you, he never let up. He don't let up on nothing. Running, don't matter if you finna fall out and have an asthma attack. So I thank him for that. I just thank him for everything he taught me, and I'm just gonna keep that dream alive, his dream alive.
Name Jordan. I'm his fourth son. His fourth oldest. I don't really know too much about my pops, for real. But I hear stories about him through everyone else. They say that he's a kind-hearted man. He was well respected.
He is not my biological dad, but I would not say that because he played the role as my dad. He cared for me. Whenever I was down, he picked me up, taught me sports. Love to teach me sports. Coach, come on kids, come on kids. He used to talk about it. When it came down, he always told me, never give up, take care of your sisters and brothers. And I miss him. Because I ain't never had a father figure like he was. And it's hard for me because I have a dad, but at the same time, he's out of my life. And I miss Emmanuel. I truly do. I would not call him a stepdad, I would call him dad, because I just truly played role as a dad. I miss him. I love him. I always will. It's hard, but I gotta tell you, we always have to keep my head up no matter what.
On my side, I was raised by a lot of independent women. And on your side, they reached out to me. They kept sticking to me. How can I not give them me when that's the only you I got?
I remember him picking me up early in the morning, going to pick up all these kids. He like, oh yeah, I got a game today. I need you to take stats. Like, call me like 6 o'clock in the morning. Like, come on, I need you to be ready in 10 minutes. I need you to take game stats. I'm like, all right, well, like, had a ball. Like, we would get in the car, he'll be dropping them off and just telling each one of them, like, the good they did and the bad they did, and how they can just improve and what they should do to keep their head on straight. Like, he was just that type to get any and everybody. Like,
something about Manuel is that he always gave me advice when I needed it, and I would never forget. We talked a week prior to everything happening, and I did take the advice you gave me. And I will never forget it. It changed a lot for me, and I will be always grateful for that. I still go back and look at the message, and it really helped me.
My name is Michelle. My name is Michaela. I miss my dad.
I remember the times he would always say he would drive that car with no gas in it. He would come back here and it was on empty.
Get him, nephew. To define that, there's so many things you can say. I'm just gonna say selfless. I'm gonna say a dude that give up everything. I remember the times Boone would have to go to the hospital because of his breathing. You know, he'll be in the hospital all night, get out the next day. First thing he talked about, man, you alright? You getting slow down? Yeah, man, I'm alright, man. I gotta go get these helmets on.
He says, go down, we go in there.
One thing the community fail to realize, he was the pillar, he was the rock of the community. The Bulldogs are gone, but the players are still here. Bulldawg Nation is still around. You know, but he was that rock.
Be strong, not be a crybaby. Be strong like your uncle. Then he told me to cheer up before he popped me.
Dress with distinction. VaVichi Clothiers.